You know, we're making art here.
Sup, gigglers?
Gary, fix the Wi-Fi.
Manifest that shit.
We can't be managed. I mean, the day just got away from me.
Hey.
Look, I've been traveling all weekend. I've been in 4 different states.
No, I actually felt really bad today because, look, I wanted to cancel, and that's not like a crazy.
Guys, I'm on a 4-hour flight trying to get back to record in the studio with Paige, and I'm like, I'm going to do it for the gigglers. I'm getting there. We're getting in the studio. I get a text, hey, you want to do virtual? And I said, I did not fly 4 hours to get here on time. We're filming, and I'm in my sunglasses and my glasses.
Well, we're filming it. It's nighttime. And so, like, past a certain point in the day, I'm a baby. That's it. I'm done. And I'm on this new thing where, like, I just wake up every day at 4:30, and then I'm up.
Oh.
Kitty's loving it because she's been eating at 6 a.m., so she's pumped.
I do have to say, 4:30 a.m., that's too much day for me.
No, it's way too much day. So today at 4, I was like, I've done a day.
Well, I landed, was like, bitch, get your ass to the studio. Yeah. And so then I was like, what did I miss over the weekend? Did anything happen? Mm-hmm. Crazy stuff has went down.
Yeah.
Did you hear? 12 tons of Kit Kats were robbed in Europe. There was a Kit Kat robbery heist.
May have been Kinder Bueno just sending out a hit.
Wait, like 12?
Where?
I don't know what a ton is, but it sounds like a lot.
I think of a ton as like 1 elephant.
Okay, 12 of them. I didn't even know Kit Kats could weigh that much because they're wafers.
Where?
On a train in Europe. So like now I have to wait for the documentary.
This AI?
No, I don't think so. It's come up in multiple possible AI posts.
Right.
We don't know if anything's real anymore.
I came to the pod and I said I have one thing and one thing only to speak about, and it could take the full 45 minutes.
Not the first time it's happened.
Have you seen on the internet a thing called catching print?
I have not. I have not. Please educate
me. Take a seat if you weren't already sitting.
Wait, let me get my notes. Let me get my favorite pencil.
A man.
Okay,
a gay man. A gay man. Okay. And we're back in. A gay man came on the internet and said, girls, enough time has gone by. Enough is enough. Basically, you have been... What's the word?
Manipulated.
Yeah, like your looks are so... prominent on how you get treated. You need to start knowing how big men's penis sizes are, and I'm gonna teach you. So it's taking hold of TikTok. It's literally taking hold of the internet, because when I first saw it, I felt like it was very niche. I was in a weird pocket. I was in like a small corner of the internet, and I was like, this is so interesting. Wait till the girls catch on. And as the days go by, the girls are making videos about it. So, you know, in like a normal pant for a man, like a jean or a chino, and wear the zip.
Sorry, I love how you say chino.
Chino.
Wait,
have you seen the girl?
There's a girl doing a whole series about words she loves that you say. I think the one that I saw was, she was like, when Paige says loser, it's like you feel it in your core. You go, loser.
You're a loser.
Ooh.
No, and that's my Kourtney Kardashian. You're a loser.
Yeah.
And she also likes the way I say sugar. And I loved it. She was like, she makes it sound so good.
It's funny because we don't listen to each other talk, so we don't know how we sound. No, so that was very fun for us. But I do have to say, like, girls with boobs, they're basically like chest bulges. Like, you can see our boobs.
Yeah, like, you know
what you're getting.
Our butts.
You can see our butts. You know what you're getting. Why can't we see?
So it's very, and people treat you completely differently. Like, you're a perfect example. No one knows you have tits. No one knows.
Because I cover them up.
And you do that purposefully.
I do it purposefully because I don't want people to treat me better because of my beautiful breasts.
See, I'd be too powerful and I'd use it
for evil.
I'd use it for pure evil. Straight evil.
But I was going to say, you've stuffed your bras a couple nights and it's gotten crazy. You put a little chicken fillet, a little chicky.
And then the other day I put my nipple pads on.
That is when you're like,
she goes, so take them off. It looks ridiculous. You can't go out like that.
Do they also, didn't you get the ones that have like a fake piercing?
I sure did. But you couldn't really tell.
What do we call her? That's not Paige.
No, I don't know who she is. I haven't even really given her a name yet because she hasn't really experienced the town. Well, because I can't get drunk, I just like vomit. So it's a whole thing.
That's Penelope. I can't think of any other P names.
No, it's more like she's like Priya.
Priya.
Like,
yes.
she's like, she's really smart, but she's really slutty.
And she's fun.
Yeah,
Priya
she's fun.
is fun. Paige is a businesswoman.
Yeah, she is just like, she's doing her tuning forks. She's got a red light.
Priya
like,
will cancel plans in a second if someone has more drugs at the next party.
100%. Back to Catching Prince. So
Yes.
like, I don't even know what it's called on like where their zipper, like it's basically like the little, I mean, it has to have a word. I want to say lapel, but like that's not what it is.
The zipper for a pant.
Yeah, the zipper for a pant.
Yeah.
So where the bulge starts would classify how big a man's penis is. Now, it's trial and error. You have to learn. So I've watched so many videos.
And they're showing examples of like John Hamm's pants.
Showing examples. If it's straight, like flat, there's no bulge, huge. If it starts, like the bulge starts up at the top, small. The majority go right in the middle, and you're like, average. And it is interesting because all of the examples he was showing, you could tell by that man's personality. Like they carry themselves so much more with how they look under clothes than I think we do.
I do have to say the guy I was with the biggest penis, he was one of the nicest guys ever, but I actually felt bad for him because it was to a point where like his life was harder because of it. Like I knew.
Okay.
No, like
Someone listening to this is like, well, we hate men. We're like, we support them actually.
No,
we're on
but
their side.
He was sweet, and you could just tell that there's been many a woman be like, you know what, this, including myself.
Yeah, it's too much.
I can't do this. I don't want to do a whole
You're
breathing routine.
kidding me.
Yeah, you don't want to feel like you're getting devirginated every time. It's not. I mean, it's not fun.
I don't know if I've ever been in this situation. Now I've been in the opposite one. Where I'm like, let's sit down, let's talk about it. You definitely have trauma here. And I'm not going to tell anyone.
But what about the grower versus shower theory?
Yeah,
which
which
is real.
Totally. He didn't touch on it.
He didn't touch on it.
No.
Okay, so there's factors.
But I definitely could see where he was coming from.
obsessed.
I'm trying to think of like one example.
I love
now.
that a gay man was like, girls,
Get it together.
as someone who knows,
Yeah.
let me tell you. But then there's all these other things like looking at forearms, looking at hands, looking at. I do think if he has thick fingers, there's something there.
Yeah, absolutely. One time.
In band camp.
I really hate that I'm even about to tell this story, but it popped in my head, and so like I feel like when that happens on Giggly Squad,
You
it's
have
like
to say it.
It's like God being like,
Bring it to the
share.
forefront.
I've given you this forum. Share.
Share with the class.
One time, I dated this guy. This is years ago. So please don't judge me. I dated this guy, and I found out that he was in fact cheating on me. Fine, totally, do your thing. I found out because I went through his phone. But I saw that he was in fact sending spicy mirror pics, which I thought that was for girls, but totally do your thing.
Do you think a full body pic that a guy sends nude
That's
is
gay. 100%.
I agree.
Now, he was in boxers, okay, when he sent this picture.
So he was just sending her a face card?
Just he was like, do you like Fruit of the Loom? Like, I don't know what their interactions.
Looks maxing. Whatever the kids are
like,
doing.
It was just weird. But anyway, I'll never forget being in this moment because I'm like pouring myself into this cell phone and I'm reading all these messages and I see this picture pop up. And so I'm zooming in and I'm like, in what world is that your penis in that picture? Hannah? I forget. Now this is going back, like I'm going back over 10 years, like maybe 10 years, whatever. I know that I was home alone for whatever situation, or maybe he was in the other room. Maybe I was on an iPad. I don't know, but I know that I was in the bedroom by myself. I found what I believe he was stuffing his pants with. And
You are an investigative journalist, and if anyone tells you you're not, they're lying.
And I just had a moment where I was like, no, something's mentally
What
wrong
was he
with
using?
him. Socks.
Well, so,
But the way he
so you
crafted
and him
it.
are more similar than different. You go, babe, get a chicken
Get
cutlet.
a tissue. I'm like, wait, it's going to be somewhat squishy. It has to look believable.
Stuffing is for these photos that he's sending.
For these photos. It was such a jarring time in my life that I couldn't even make sense of it. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think I've ever told anyone that story because I was so embarrassed and freaked out. So I just thought, like, let's just wait 10 years and I'll tell millions of people.
Now the girls have something else to watch out for.
Isn't that so weird and creepy?
There was a time when, like, we had flip phones when we were 14. You couldn't really, like, you'd send, like, blurry
this was
pics.
iPhone days.
But I'm saying, in general, like, there was a time where we were told, like, if you send a nude, it will go everywhere.
Yeah.
And you'll die.
I'll never forget. Remember in like 2012 when all the girls like iClouds got hacked and their pictures got leaked?
Yeah.
And the whole narrative online was, you're famous, why would you have nude pictures? Do you remember that?
Let a girl have fun.
Nope. Let a girl take a before and after.
Let her have
like,
some whimsy.
let me do what I want in the mirror, you know?
But that terrified me, and in my life for some reason
Remember the time you sent me like that nude when it was like, but it was like a shadow, like it wasn't you. It was so artsy.
Whenever I send a nude, it has to somehow
be funny or artsy,
and arguably possibly not me. So I always think I'm going to be in a scandal where I could be like, that wasn't me.
Why do you look like you are an OnlyFans like manager? Like, I just got a glimpse of you, and I'm like, I feel like you're gonna steal me after this pod. You're gonna be like, hey, Paige, get in this van while you're at it.
I look like a sketchy producer.
No,
I can't see
really
or hear right now. You guys, I've had a weekend. No,
how many shows did you do this weekend?
Well, I realized when I did the math, I'm gonna be at 65 shows for this tour. I have 2 more left in North Carolina, and then I'm done. Did I have strep throat this weekend? Probably. Did I? It was tough. It was.
Where did you go? Where were you?
I was in Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati, and Salt Lake City.
How are they all doing? How are the Mormons?
Oh my God, the Mormons are great. I kind of walked on and I was like, you guys are the center of everything right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in the belly of the beast right now. But the Mormons.
How graphic.
No, there's just so much scandal
that sounds
happening.
Like it's from like a book.
I also, Book of Mormon. I told them I know about the white salamander. I said, thank you for your work in genealogy or whatever they're into. But I tried. It's like when you're talking shit about someone and then they walk into the room. That's how I felt with the Mormons. Like, I'm like, you guys know what I've said on some podcasts.
You know, like when we were in high school, like something would happen over the weekend. You'd be like, wow, when I show up to homeroom like Monday morning, I'm going to kill myself. That's just like going on TikTok now. Like, it's truly just like opening your phone. It's like, wow, okay, so everyone knows about it. Got it.
It's too much.
It's too much.
Yeah, I'm like in the need of a phone break, I think. You go on the bench.
Hannah's gonna sit this one out because it's not healthy. It's not good for anyone. Yeah.
Speaking of drama, I didn't actually read a book. I read an audiobook.
Okay, different.
Totally different.
Totally different.
Do you know I was like, I'm gonna do the audiobook. Then I was like, where are audiobooks? I know we recorded one.
Yeah.
You have to download a whole app.
Yep.
I thought it was just like a podcast.
Yeah.
I was like, where's the audiobooks? I had to download an app.
You did it on your phone?
Yeah, I'm in a subscription-based service now. I had to give my firstborn away.
Question. When you're listening to an audiobook, are you doing something else?
Great question. So I was on the flight and I put it on and I realized I need more stimulation.
Yeah.
So I put something on the TV on mute while I was.
Oh yeah, you're sick.
I'm sick. I needed a lot going on. And then I would kind of like space out, and then once I heard something get juicy, I'd rewind. Kind of like how you watch movies.
Exactly. I see you.
I see you. I hear you. So I love when a book goes viral because, like, let's give it up for old school. Let's give it up for ballet. Let's give it up for opera. Like, let's give it up for the crafts, like original art. Okay.
Whatever happened to taking pen to paper?
Whatever happened to writing on a stone?
Like scribes and squires.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
Bring it back because they walk so we could run.
Yeah.
So Stuart, who's on the road with me, told me that there's a book called The Strangers. And I said, ooh, what is that about? And she's like, everyone's talking about it. So, it's called Strangers. And it's by Belle Burden. Now, it's called A Memoir of Marriage. The reason it's interesting is because she is an affluent New Yorker. Her great-grandpa, invented oil or something. She's related to, some really fashion socialite icons. She went to fancy school. She's a fancy New Yorker. And she's exposing her marriage in this book. And the most beautiful part about it is...
Fiction? Nonfiction?
Nonfiction.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So she's telling the story, and you're going to get pissed, but it's also beautiful. When she was younger, she was a really great writer. She wanted to be a fictional writer, and she got into this class freshman year, and she wrote this story, and a senior in the class, who was a guy, raised his hand and said, I think you suck at writing, and I hate your work. And she said the teacher was a man, didn't say anything. And that a little bit later, a girl spoke up to defend her, but she was like, it was too late. I already decided I don't want to write anymore. So she went she's like a genius. She did law, finance, she did all this stuff. She meets this guy, and he's handsome and perfect, went to Cornell, and everything's going great. And then, wait, I don't want to give away anything. But long story short,
she kills her husband, and then
shit goes down. And as all these horrible things happen to her, she ends up writing a best-selling novel. So it's a crazy story about how you're actually sometimes rock bottom and tough things happening to you. The universe forces you back to be
just like a man to just fuck everything up.
No, I know. And there are moments in it where you want to punch a wall. I'm actually not done with it, but if anyone wants a little audiobook, or you could order it and actually read it old school.
That's what I'd like to do.
Yeah.
That I've done once.
Are you going to read
that I'm going to keep going?
Strangers? Are you going to do it?
No, I'm fiction. I can't do anything that's possibly real, because I feel like my life isn't, in my life, I'm like, this is a novel. This is a book. This is a nightmare. This is, this is a tragedy of a trilogy. This is the prequel and the sequel. This is too much.
It's a comedy. It's a horror.
It's a tragedy. No, it's Shakespearean.
Yes.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
People love when a rich person...
Something bad happens.
and she's just like, yeah, I was privileged.
Wait,
everything was perfect.
Is that?
She was like, I was in my Martha's Vineyard house in COVID.
Yeah.
And then shit went down. And everyone's like, yes, talk about it. It's like, I hate when rich people pretend they don't have problems. Because there's money issues.
Different kinds of problems.
And look, rich people's money issues are like next level.
People don't even really like you have to be weary of people that don't like you for you and just like you because you're privileged.
Well, she talks about meeting this guy and how they just work together. And then he finds out she was speaking at something because her dad is a big art collector. Yeah. And he suddenly was like, wait, that's you? And then he suddenly was obsessed with her.
One thing I'm waiting for, because I feel like in life things just will flip-flop at some point, truths come out, or it's you get new information or whatever. I'm really ready for the era where men get called out for being such clout chasers. I know way more men, I'm not kidding, I know way more men that are gold diggers in the traditional sense, where it's she has a lot of followers, or her dad's rich, or she has I've just seen that way more than I've seen women. All the women I know are successful in their own right.
I feel the women I know are I just want a guy who's nice and funny.
Literally just nice.
They give me a guy who's nice and makes me laugh. That's all I need.
There's so many TikToks of girls just being we're so tired. All my friends are tired. My friends that are in their late 20s are tired. My friends in their late 30s are tired.
Well, that happened to me in my late 20s. For the first time ever, I realized a man was using me, but I was there's no fucking way that a man is using me.
Yeah, it's like dystopia.
I'm an innocent girl.
I'm a baby deer.
I'm a baby, and
My job
you're
is
a man.
to wear cute outfits.
Like, don't use me for
Yeah.
your shit. You have the patriarchy. Why do you need me involved?
when you're in your 20s and you're in that type of situation and you realize it, it almost feels like someone's like copying your homework. Like to dumb it down to the lowest level feeling, it literally feels like someone copied your essay, handed it in first, and then everyone thinks like that you guys did it together or something. It's like, no, she cheated off of me.
Not to say something controversial.
Yeah.
And not to compliment a narcissist.
I've done it a couple times in my life.
Some of these narcissists have incredible taste. Like, can we discuss how these narcissists, they
Incredible
see
taste.
star power before you see it?
There's so many ex-boyfriends where I'm like, you could start a talent agency.
Start a talent agency
Yeah.
if you're gonna find us before we know
Yeah.
what we're capable of. I'm like, they
That's
saw
what it
something
is.
in me that
Yeah.
I never saw in myself, and you
It's
look.
Star Search.
And it's crazy because
Yeah.
so many people in my past who have sucked the life out of me or like wish bad for me, I look back now and I go, oh my God,
You knew I was
they
a star.
thought well of me.
Yeah.
Like they thought more of me than I thought of myself, but I didn't see it and I
Right.
didn't get it. Why I was a problem.
Yeah.
The buzzword thing with like narcissists and stuff like that, like sometimes they are valid. Like sometimes it's not.
Totally.
But if someone says stop using buzzwords, that doesn't mean it's not true.
No, the worst
Sometimes
thing,
they're actually 100% true.
the worst thing to ever happen to our generation is men learning therapy
Yes.
words but
So-
not actually going.
And then being like,
And
I know
that's-
that's a therapy word, don't use that on me.
And that's plagiarism, at its
Plagiarism.
finest.
That's actually our culture's not your costume.
No, our culture is literally
Like when I do the work to know what narcissistic abuse is, and then I see it, and then I call it out, and then I'm called crazy.
when I'm over here saying that's a reaction to your action because I learned that a couple years ago. And you're gonna sit here and you've never seen a human therapist and you're gonna talk about therapy jargon. Like, take us several seats. I just like, no, that is one thing with TikTok where it's like, it's almost like too much information because then you will get like a random TikToks where it's like, I'm a therapist. And I'm like, it doesn't sound like a good one.
I have to say, TikTok, for some reason, like everyone I follow and I like who are like funny, cool, stylish people, none of them is on my feed.
Yeah.
And it's just like random crap. And God forbid I look at something too long, then it's like the rest of the day it's all that. But it's like, I don't want to see random people, like con artists, telling me things just for clicks.
Yeah.
But that's what like the internet's become. Also, not to go full circle, but do you think the Kit Kat robbery
I'm so glad we're back here.
was a man or a woman? It could
It's
have,
like a legitimate robbery
yeah, I
of
think
Kit Kats.
it could have been a woman on her period.
That's so sexist and
That was-
misogynistic.
that
and
was-
fucked up.
But
And genius.
was it wrong?
Genius. I don't. Where are you,
You wish you thought of that.
selling Kit Kats?
Okay,
like
you're
on
about
the
to-
black market.
You're about to leave this podcast, go on your phone because your phone's listening to you, and you're gonna get nonstop stories
Inundated.
about this TikTok robbery. And don't get mad at me.
It's
for
giving
just
the
telling
guy that
news.
got abducted by dolphins for 3 days. That's what the story is giving.
When was that?
There was like an AI story that
Oh.
a guy was like, I was abducted by dolphins and I built them a home, and it's like that was fake.
Also, to bring it all together, the good thing about nudes
Keep
nowadays.
bringing it all together. We haven't gotten one place.
We haven't started anything.
No, yet to bring it together where?
The one good thing about AI is that if your nudes ever leak, say it's AI. That's AI, babe.
At this big
AI.
age, leak 'em. Literally leak 'em. What was I so scared of? Sure. Oh, I was 19? Post it. Please. Let me stay on their necks. Post it.
It's true, though. You've never taken a nude you weren't proud of.
Well, yes, I've taken a nude I'm not proud of. I've never sent a nude
No,
I'm
you
not
don't. Say,
proud
no,
of.
I mean, if you look
That
through
would
the
be-
camera roll,
that would be
that's
insane.
crazy.
No, I've never really been huge into that.
Yeah, me and you don't do nudes because I feel like we're talking so much that
Yeah.
we don't need that.
Also,
kind
I'm
of,
so good at ignoring text messages.
oh, when a guy's like,
Yeah,
send
because
it.
you want to know what? If you ask a guy 3 questions in a row in text messages, they're only responding to the last one because their brains can't process that there were 2 questions prior to that. And that's how I work when they ask for like nudes. I'm like, oh, sorry, I guess I didn't see that text.
Oh, what I used to do. Oh my God, this is making me like remember my
Nostalgic?
my 20s.
Yeah.
When a guy would be like, let me see, like whatever, I would just always send a photo of a cat laying on their back. And I thought it was so cute and funny. And he'd be like, haha,
you're so
send
crazy.
it. And I was like, I'm just
You're
crazy. I was like, you never met a girl like me.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not like other girls.
not like other
I don't
girls.
dress sexy for
I love
Halloween.
cats. Yeah, no, like, I'm so annoying. I dressed as Post Malone for 4 years straight.
No, look, I feel like the word pick me gets thrown around a lot, and it's like,
Pick me was also a survival mechanism.
what's like one other thing we can get mad at girls for doing and like how they act? But like there are so many traits of being a pick me girl that I've 100% had that you have to like grow out of. You just grow out of certain things, but you almost don't realize it when you're doing it because like society has almost like trained you to be a pick me, and then you hit a point where you're like, actually, I am really smart, and so like I'm not going to pretend that I'm not in front of you.
Well, that's the point of Giggly Squad. Like growing up, when you would watch comedy, like the women were always above the joke. Whenever you'd see a male comedian, he's always making fun of his wife, who's so naggy.
Yeah.
His wife is, oh, my wife, my kid. So I love going on stage and being like, you know what's annoying about my husband?
Yeah.
And that is me making a difference in the world.
No, I truly became like the man I've dreamt of. Like I think I would lay in bed in college and just be like, he's really successful. He's like passionate. He has like multiple areas of income. He like owns an apartment, can take care of an animal, can keep a plant alive. And then I just became that.
Well, it's funny, in Strangers, my new favorite thing.
Your new personality, yes.
She was doing great, and then at some point, obviously, she has kids, and then
How old is she?
I think she had kids like in her 30s, and she basically stopped working, and she had nannies too, so she felt this guilt of like, I'm not even a full-time mom, but I'm not working, and then everything was just around the husband's schedule and work, even though she's the one with the big trust fund, but he's like feeling like the man of the house. And it's just it's interesting, and it made me even realize, like, I was thinking about during my familysearch.org welcome to the pod, how like what people in my family did for a living, and then I was like, that's so sad. Like, I know for a fact my great grandma was a mom.
Was a star. Oh. Like deep down was a star, but like was mom.
There was no chance that she was like a butcher.
I think if you choose to stay at home and like take care of a family and take care of a home, totally.
Yes.
It's more, I don't want you to be told you have to do that.
Yes, Ali Wong famously has a joke where she's like, we wanted to vote, we wanted all these rights, and we wanted to be like, we're smart too. And then she's like, or were we smarter before when they thought we were dumb and we could just do Pilates all day and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the point is that when you are a trad wife, you don't have power, and sometimes you think you do, but if things go wrong, you don't.
Yeah, and it's just like picking who you're gonna marry, it's really like, they could kill you.
No, literally.
Like, you have to always keep in the back of your head that you could get murdered.
And if you do get murdered, it's 80% chance that it's the husband.
Right.
And 75% of the time, statistics aren't correct.
Is that real? Does that make any sense? That just put my brain in a fucking pretzel.
That was a dad joke. I think that was literally a joke my dad told me once. Where have the metrosexuals gone?
They came out of the closet. That's why the term's gone. That's why they're gone.
But I just feel like we've created so many different identities, but like metrosexuals got deleted.
I know for a fact this sentence came out of my mouth in like 2008. Like, I'm really into metrosexual guys. Like, fast forward, Paige, we know. Could have seen that coming.
I remember like joking and calling a guy friend a metrosexual because he like had a jacket with a pattern on it, and it was like a whole thing. But like,
I feel like it was guys that really liked hairspray and like used a blow dryer.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. And they tweeze their eyebrows.
Tweeze their eyebrows or get them waxed. And like, you can tell when a guy is manicured. Like, look.
What's the difference between a Guido and a metrosexual?
I knew you.
Because we just described Pauly D.
Waiting
we
for
just
it.
described Pauly D.
Which, look, I'm not gonna talk bad about my first love. Like, I'm not gonna talk bad that
Have you met Polly before?
I haven't, but did you ever watch the show Growing Up Gotti?
Yes.
That was like one of my biggest sexual awakenings, I feel like. Because I feel like I was in like, I don't know, maybe like 5th or 6th grade. And I was just like, what?
When he walked out with his spiked hair and
like,
his white headband.
What is that? Like, how
bad did you want to go tanning with him?
So badly. I'm trying to think of like what one was my favorite, and I can't even think of his name. But I know he was the youngest one.
I went to a school in Brooklyn where it was just all Growing Up Gotti.
No, I loved an earring. I loved a blowout. Like, I was like, no, that's cool. Like, I liked when they had such sunburn under their eyes from the tanning bed. Like, you could see the goggle. Like, I loved that.
Have you ever been to the Staten Island Mall?
No, but I feel like
you would have
that also.
Loved it. There was a time, and who knew it was a time in history where like you look back and there's cavemen.
Yeah.
There was a time in the Staten Island Mall where every guy had a blowout and a white Nike headband, full tan, diamond studs.
The more I think about it, I've never been to Staten Island, but you want to know what? People are like so rude to people that are from Staten Island. Yeah. And now that I think about it, like, those are our people.
They are
like
New York City.
I would say they are also primarily Italian, and it gets a lot of like gross Staten Island.
Yes.
I bet they have some of the best
Italian food. Yeah. Do you think that they have their own little secret? They're like, yeah, keep talking shit about Staten Island, but it's like actually like a tropical village.
Well, we talk about like cats having like bad PR, but they like don't care. Yeah, I feel like that's like the same with like Italians.
I heard there's just huge mansions everywhere there.
Yeah, they're like, we don't care.
Let's just say Staten Island, not the worst island of the year.
No, definitely.
Touch.
Wait, that was really good. Dark, but really good.
Not to bring up reality TV.
Yeah.
Someone was telling me that like Ladies of London is really good.
Yeah, you can't watch it.
I can't watch it because I have PTSD, but it made me think, I used to love Made in Chelsea. Can the girls who are bored and want to rewatch of something watch Made in Chelsea?
I would rewatch it, except it's like 17 seasons.
Is it? But don't you like that?
Yeah, but there's something about me, like I'm a product of my environment. I'm literally Gen Z. Like, I want new. I want more. I want it right now. Give it to me now. Like, if I ordered it now, then deliver it now. Yeah. Like, I don't like watching older things because I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah,
like,
it happened already.
Yeah, what did you just make? Like, when I go on Netflix and something new is up there and it says 2026 under it, I get jacked up.
That little fire emoji on it.
This is a new show. No one's seen it yet. Fucking play it. Like, I get so excited. Speaking of murder, there is actually a new show on Netflix,
Seville?
And each episode is a different murder in New York City.
Yes, I've seen that. It was charting really high. I'm still binging Drag Race.
Oh, right.
I have a full-time job right now. But Drag Race, just to go back on Drag Race, it's so amazing because they're writing songs, they're acting, they're doing stand-up, they're doing roasts, they're making dresses, they're doing everything. Yep. So the other day I was talking to a brand and they were like, can you do like tell a story or something for us? And I said, what if I told a story through song?
No, you didn't.
And my team was like, hey, you're really busy this weekend. I don't know if you'll have the time. And I said,
what kind of song?
Like
you were going to do an ad and it was going to be you singing a song?
So I wrote a song because I was passionate about it. I just, when the creativity comes,
Can you say the brand?
It's for Honest Wipes. And immediately I knew exactly. It flowed through me. And everyone was like, you've never done this before? And like, it's a quick turnaround. And I said, guys, I got this. So before my show on like Saturday, I had Stuart film the music video. And the world premiere is airing today on Tuesday. My first ever music drop. And yeah, I'm doing well. I told my husband, he was like, what?
No, you've gone too far.
I've gone to, but this is the thing.
Your confidence should be studied, because it wouldn't even enter my fucking brain to be like, let's put on a performance.
you know what it
Let's
is?
do a little ditty.
I don't know if it's confidence. It's more that I like to try new things. Hashtag try
And
new
try
things.
new things.
And I
It's
like
so
to challenge myself. I
Yeah.
get bored very easily.
That's why we're friends, because I hate new things. I hate change. I'm not going out of my comfort zone. That's insane.
Also, you guys know how I live my life. And someone DM'd me actually, because a lot of things I post are rage bait
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
And I know when you don't respond that like you got
Someone
the message.
DM'd me the other day. What did you post? And they were like, why would she do that? Like, we know you're obviously going through
I
a tough
posted
time.
like these shocks, like a crazy shoe.
Yeah.
And people
And it was like a
blowing me
ballet
up.
flat.
And this girl, I said Caroline Bissett, Christine Cranston wrote Paige bait. And I'm like, that's what it's called now,
Yeah.
Paige bait. So I feel like the music video is also a little Paige bait because I just want to see your reaction. That's how I work.
Whatever, you live your truth.
I live my truth.
No, it's comforting to me to know that you move throughout your day and you think of me.
With such, I was gonna say with such abandon.
No, like you think of me. Whether it's like
Everything I
this is going
do.
to annoy her or make her happy. Who cares you're thinking of
Also,
me?
can I just say I do respect your boundaries because when we were first doing our tour, I was like, okay, obviously we need like a dance opening, and you said Over My Dead Body, and I never brought it up again.
Wait. I was just gonna say I must have expelled that from my brain.
Oh yeah,
because
it was a
I don't
quick
even
no.
remember that.
I just was like, do we do a little dance in the beginning? And you said, I actually don't
I
think you said
think
anything.
I might have thought you were kidding.
You gave me that side look you
Oh.
give, and I said, I'm so sorry, Miss Paige.
Yeah, there's sometimes
was-
I'm like, don't even
I've
even
had a
come
day.
with me.
Actually,
with
someone
that
messaged.
today
They were
yet.
like, I know Paige is having a day, and she doesn't need this.
When in doubt, I don't need this.
Have you heard about Mean Girl Handwriting? No. And you know what? I have seen over the years, there's been some accusations of mean girl behavior.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, you do not have mean girl handwriting.
I don't even know what it is, but I knew I didn't have it.
Mean girl handwriting is the perfect bubble letters.
Yeah.
And it's not like nerdy. It's like crisp and like the girl in the class who's popular but like literally evil inside.
Yeah.
I really think that's true. I've never met a mean girl who writes messy.
No.
Never.
Maybe it has something to do with like the brain hand connectivity.
Like it's psychopathic. Like you have to be a psychopath to like start a sentence and be as crisp by the end.
It's so funny though, because there were so many girls in high school where I would be like, fuck, I love her notebook, but I hate her.
Does Gen Alpha even know how to write?
No, I did get a DM the other day that from a giggler that was like, a lot of the people you're talking about is Gen Alpha.
Okay.
And I was just like, okay.
Let's apologize.
And so like I
We learned to
apologize that there are
apologize to Gen
sometimes that I say Gen Z and I mean Gen Alpha.
Yeah.
Because she was like, I'm almost 30 and I would never do that.
Also, you came at me for how I looked, which was perfectly valid, but now I have to bring something up. The gigglers are going to be upset. You said you hate lace. Why are you wearing lace?
Oh, this is quite different.
Okay.
This is quite
State
different.
your case. State your case.
This is quite different because
Keep repeating it and it'll
and this is quite different because wait. Coming up with like a tour theme, like me and Hannah were trying to think like, okay, if we do another tour, like what would the theme be? And like so we just like go back and forth with like stupid jokes, but this is quite different is a good
This is quite
This is quite different than last time. This is different because it's the same color as the shirt. Like it's not a different color lace. And you can't see through it really. Like it's not giving that like full lacy vibe.
Okay, yeah. You
And
don't
there
like
are
when it looks like lingerie.
Yeah, there's just like certain things, certain pieces that I think lace makes look a little matronly, and it's not across the board. So like I do, whenever I say this, I get a lot of gigglers like DMing me their wedding dress that's like full of lace, and there are some I like and some I don't. I don't want to make a blanket statement about lace, but I'm not gonna ever tell you that I don't like your wedding dress because my handwriting's not that good. So like I can't. do that.
I just want you to like hold yourself accountable
Live in my
for like
truth.
the things you've said in the past.
I've had a lot of Daphne meetings about lace.
Really?
Yeah, because the girls do like it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest, I've looked at so many swatches and there are some that I'm just like, I don't like that though. And I can't make something that I don't like. But I am looking into it.
Also, when you do have a smaller boob, like if I had smaller boobs, I feel like I would wear like those little lacy tops all the time. Not full lace, but you know, like, because when I wear, I feel like I'm literally wearing lingerie.
You know what's funny is like I live my life being like,
You know what's funny? From the beginning of time,
when my mom met my dad,
the purpose of our existence.
there are so many times where I say to myself, wow, if I had big boobs, I would be like, I would do this or I would do that or I would wear that. And it's important to know that there's a girl somewhere else living your opposite life, wishing she had your problems.
And I would say the same thing about straight-haired girls and curly-haired girls.
Yes.
I've never met a curly-haired girl that was like, I wish my hair was straight.
Yep.
And every straight-haired girl's like, I wish my hair would hold a curl.
You know, we actually have pretty similar air-dried hair. That
We do.
and we don't talk about it a lot.
We don't talk about it
We have
ever.
like the same kind of.
Except people think mine is stringy.
Do they?
Because I don't brush it all the time.
I don't really brush mine. Like I didn't brush mine. This is like textures, like Tresemme texture spray.
My
And that's
mom. Oh, good call. Good drop.
Good plug. Do you guys hear that?
Yeah.
That was organic.
My mom is getting a bob tomorrow.
Stop.
A cunty bob.
Stop.
I know.
How short is she going?
She was going like Zendaya vibe, like right under the ear. Like a little and a wind tour. I don't think but she wants a side part. I don't know. I'm excited for her, but I'm a little nervous. My mom might have a new personality afterwards.
Well, that does happen with a bob.
She's gonna start being curt with me.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry. Do you want to know why that made me stop? Because this is so personal. So weird. One time I had a psychic tell me that a guy named Curtis actually was going to come into my life and like to be weary of him. And so like, I'm not kidding. At least once a month, I think like.
When did they say that to you?
Curtis.
When did they say that to you?
Like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Did someone say that to you?
No. I do have a friend our mutual friend who I think was with a guy named Curtis who was not good for her.
I don't know that person, so I'm not privy to that information. I sent an email today with the word privy.
How'd you spell it?
Wait. Okay, you know wait. Wrong at first. I spelled it prive. At first, I did an E, it's a Y at the end. I sent an email today, and you guys know my mom's on my emails. But this one, she was legit on.
You both were editing at the same time.
No, this one, like, she was there. She was in the thread, like Kim DeSorbo. People knew she was there. She was allowed to be there.
Okay, she was actually there.
I had seen her response that she had sent the night before, and then this morning I woke up and I wrote my own response to an email. And she texted me like 20 minutes later and was like, saw your response, superb job. And
Superb. Wait, if someone
like, Mom, I'm
who I
almost
respected,
34.
no, if someone I respected said I did something superb, I'd retire.
because I like, obviously I second guessed myself. But I, like every other woman, I take away the exclamation marks that I think that I need. I don't give like, hi, sorry. I give, no, what the fuck? Like I try and email the way a man would email, but then I do always have a regret where I'm like, oh my God, do they think I'm a bitch? Like, was that really mean? Or like, was that assertive? And my mom giving me that, like, that was a phenomenal email.
Me and you together are really good at business because we always play good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
And we go back and forth.
Totally.
But like, if you say something stern, I always go, LOL, ha ha ha. And if I have like a lot of ideas, you go, oh, Hannah, being crazy again. So we like soften. Actually, people were really pissed about that clip. Some people, I think, that I didn't interrupt the meeting to say like I got the wrong food and that I should have been more assertive about it.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I hate when people say, okay, well, if I was in the situation, okay, well,
And then
maybe you
people were
weren't
like,
in the situation.
You shouldn't be eating like that in an important meeting. This is the thing. I was up since 5 a.m. We got off a flight straight to the meeting. I have a lot going on, and sometimes I don't want to deal with. I don't want to get into altercation with the waiter.
Do
Like,
not
not part of
defend yourself here, honey, over a situation that no one's even seen. We didn't even give good details. Honestly, we told the story wrong. So please do not sit here and think you're going to defend yourself.
Wait,
No.
has she ever given any notes about my emails?
No, she hasn't.
Really?
But I'll keep an ear out.
Yeah, keep an ear
And
out.
actually, the other day, my dad called me and he was like, you said no to, and like said something. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, why didn't you want to do that? I was like, it doesn't really work with my schedule. I'm like, wait, were you on my emails? And he was like, no, your mom's. I think they sit down for dinner.
They open up your email.
Hannah, I'm not kidding. They sit down for dinner. They turn on Giggly Squad on the TV on YouTube. Doesn't matter if they've watched Mondays and if they've watched Tuesday's episode, they're rewatching it Wednesday. And then they're waiting for Fridays. They sit there. They bring up their laptop.
That's my family.
They look to see what I'm doing. They talk about me.
Meanwhile, your brother Gary's like, hello?
Oh, please. He had his time. Okay, he had his chance and he had his time.
He did. My thing with emails, when I have the power in the situation, I love no punctuation.
Yeah.
Not like in a girly like way, like just writing XO and stuff.
Yeah.
But I respond as fast as possible and
I think that's the most important.
and just like da 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 da. So it's like I'm running.
I think it's more important, and I should take my own advice. I think it's more important to respond fast than to have like a complete thought idea.
1,000%. And I actually, from strangers, I learned this lady was talking about she was in a relationship that she didn't want to be in. And she goes, I finally got the balls to break up with him. And she's like, it's crazy that it took a year of me thinking about it, but only 10 minutes to actually break up with him.
Oh.
Did you feel that?
Yeah.
Wow, you got like a visceral reaction to that.
That felt because I thought I was the only person. Because sometimes I like would think that there was something wrong with me, that I'm like, every boyfriend, I'm like, oh, babe, I'm mentally out of here. Like I've given you an imaginary deadline. You didn't hit it. So now I'm mentally taking myself out of it, and I'll let you know when the time's right for you.
When she moved into her new apartment, he gets fired from his job. He's sleeping on our couch. She's like, I need this guy to leave. Could not get the balls.
Once I turned 25 and was like so done with, I don't know, just like really immature men. And then my next couple of relationships, I feel like maybe as a protective mechanism, I mentally was out way before it actually happened.
I actually lied. I have cried a lot, but it's while breaking up with them, so they can't.
So they don't feel like you're good.
I'm good.
You're good. I can't muster it up.
But I do have to say, all of my boyfriends of my past, most of them were really good guys. And I actually was sad because I was like, it's going to be weird not talking tomorrow, but like, you're not my husband. But like, you're a great person.
What's that like? See, you want to know, Actually, I take that back. The one nice thing I do for men during breakups is I do let them perform the speech that they've prepared. Oh. Like, I do let them I do let them see me in person because I know that they've had something that they have to get out. And I know that like closure is important to some people.
Yeah.
Closure has actually never really been that important to me. Like if I never spoke to someone again, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, and I've done it, but that's just, I think, deep. Anyway, we don't have the time to get into it. But I let them do their performance. And I've seen actually some really good ones where I'm like, hey,
okay,
maybe
Oscar.
you have a point. And then I'm like, no. Thank you so much for that. My decision is final. And
my favorite is like when they're like, can we hook up one more time? Okay, I don't think you understand the point of the breakup. It's because I don't want to anymore.
Yeah. So that's interesting.
But it overall, it's just so interesting how like the breakup seems like this big scary thing, but it literally is going to take 10 minutes. Girl, it'll take you 10 minutes. You had a longer poop than that.
No, true. And then there are then once you're out of it.
You weigh 20
amount
pounds
of times
later.
that I'm like, oh, hello. Like, what the fuck? No, it's crazy. But you have to get there. And it's like, you really do have to get there on your own. And there are so many times where I've broken up with people and I'm like so mad at myself because I'm like, why didn't I fucking do that 2 years ago? And you can't get mad at yourself because it's fate.
Yep.
If you didn't stay, then maybe you wouldn't have met the person you're supposed to be with, or maybe like you wouldn't have moved to a new city and gotten a new. So it's really like, I truly do believe in like divine timing, but
I also do believe that like, you know, early on if this guy,
you know, the day they ask you to be their girlfriend,
like, you know, what do you mean?
like.
Who are you?
I feel like every boyfriend I've ever had, like the moment they're like, will you be my girlfriend? My gut's been like, no.
Oh, you're saying
like,
that you know?
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
I know getting into it, I gotta get out.
the other thing where you know immediately when a person is right.
Sure, maybe.
Like I think we are
Yeah.
we are different with that.
You want to know what? We just said the same thing.
Yeah.
I said it in the pessimistic way.
Yeah,
You said it in the optimistic way. And that's why we're best friends. I'm so happy you're my best friend.
And I'm so
It's
happy you're mine.
Carrie out there. I couldn't imagine.
I love how your only note this episode was catching print.
Yeah. That's all I've been doing all week. Since you left me over the weekend, that's all I've been doing.
That's all you've been doing. Did you have a restful weekend?
What did I do? I feel like I can't even remember what I did this weekend.
Did you watch anything? Did you make any art?
Oh my God, what did I do this weekend? I'm really doing my taking my 10,000 steps seriously, and I started doing 12-3-30 again.
Okay, I told you only need 7,000.
Okay, well, my 10 is important to me.
Are you doing it outside or on your walking pad?
A little bit of both. Josephine used my walking pad the other day for a Daphne video with the TSA bin that I ordered on Amazon.
Oh my God.
And there are a couple gigglers that were like, you put a TSA bin on your walking pad. And I'm like, shh, 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 shh.
No,
This is
that
my
was
art.
That was creative.
It was
that
creative.
was movie magic.
That was just working with what you've got at home.
Yes.
Oh.
Perfect. We like feel it. We're all like,
Yeah, I can feel
it. Thank you guys so much for giggling with us. We love you so much. Stay happy and healthy.
Yeah.
I had Des. I told him to order me Italian food halfway through the podcast.
Hannah, I have a chicken parm waiting for me at home. We're not sisters, Hallie. We're twins.
We're twins. Bye.